Okay, tonight's recipe will be some kind of special grits. I'm going to call these, I don't know if these would be my own recipe because I came up with this by myself, but I'm trying to mimic the grit flavors in this Cajun restaurant where I went one time. I didn't get the recipe, but I really love the grits. So I'm just trying to copy that by, you know, the flavors that I recognized in that dish and hope it turns out the same. So these are gonna be some kind of maybe southern grits would be what I call them. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I already fried the bacon in this pan. That's the reason it did not look clean. And then I left the little bit of bacon grease that was in there and put some filtered water in there. And to this water, I'm gonna add probably like half of a cube of chicken bouillon. Now, typically I would not use this. I would make my own chicken broth, but I'm just trying to make this quick so I don't have time to make chicken broth. Or actually, I'm not gonna make time for it because I just want to make this kind of quick. But yeah, I don't recommend using this. I mean, I would rather use that that stuff in a box, you know, the chicken broth that's in a box. I'd rather use that. And then a lot of people like to use the better than bouillon. I haven't tried that myself, but I hear a lot of people raving about it. But as usual, it's 11 o'clock and the grocery store closes at 11. So it's not like we can just go get what we need. We gotta use what we got. Okay, so when this comes up to a boil, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the fire up on it. When this comes up to a boil, I'm gonna add the grits. But first, I'm going to test this this broth. I'm going to test this for seasoning. Taste test it before I put the grits in there. I'm just slicing up some cheese, some sharp, what does it say? Sharp cheddar cheese to go into the grits. I want these to taste a little bit cheesy, but not overwhelming. I don't want these to be cheesy grits. I just want them to have a taste of cheese. Stick some black pepper in there. I think I'm getting close to being out. So basically, whenever I have these grits at my favorite little Cajun restaurant down in Texarkana, Arkansas, called Mio Mayo's, I made a video about them. They were so delicious. I gotta go back there, but I've tried to go back and they're never open. Even though the website says that they're open, they're not. So up here, if I'm gonna have their food, I better learn to make it. So that's what I'm trying here. Okay, that's just a little bit strong. I think I put too much bouillon cube in there, so I'm gonna add some water to dilute it. I didn't want this video to be super long. but I had a plan that I was gonna make this first, taste test it, and then whatever flavors I liked, I was just gonna come back and make another batch on video, quicker. Well, it turned out that I didn't have enough filtered water left. You see how much I've got? So I was like, I got one shot at this. I can't make 2 batches. So this one shot's gonna have to be on camera. Because of course, the stores are closed and I can't go get more water. And I had that on my to-do list for today. Like, if there's one thing you're gonna do today, it's gonna be go get some reverse osmosis water. But I got busy working. I worked all day today, so I can't complain. All right, now that this is boiling and I'm happy with the taste of the broth, I'm gonna go ahead and pour in the grits. And I don't measure anything. I'm sure if you wanted to, you could read the instructions on the grits. I just don't. I mean, I know it's my mama's fault because she never measured anything, so she taught me this. I don't read instructions and I don't measure, unless I have to. I just kind of eyeball it. And it doesn't always work out good for me, as we may find out here. Okay, so it says that you cook the grits. Well, did I show you what kind of grits that we're using? We're using these quick 5-minute grits from Quaker. Yeah, 5 minutes. So it's 11:05 now. At 11:10 we should be ready. So the taste that I detected whenever I had these grits at the restaurant was chicken broth. They didn't tell me any of their ingredients, and of course I did not ask. Tasted chicken broth in them, and also the rest of it pretty much tasted like a loaded baked potato. So if you can imagine loaded baked potato grits with chicken broth. I couldn't really imagine it until I had it. It was so delicious. I couldn't even describe how delicious it was. One minute down. I'm just basically trying to recreate their recipe. I'm pretty good at doing that too. Like if I go to a restaurant and I have a dish, I'm pretty good at detecting the flavors in there. It's like, oh, I know what's in here. Typically. I think the simmer is just a little bit too high. Of course, this video is going to be at least 5 minutes, because that's how long it takes the grits to cook. I'm just cutting out some extra cheese to go on top as a garnish. You know what? I don't even have a bowl to put this in. Told you I got one shot. This jug of water. The grits are getting a little bit thick. Y'all remind me, I've got to go to Natural Grocers first thing in the morning. Okay, well, first thing tomorrow afternoon. Because I'm not a morning person. I mean, I'm awake in the mornings. I don't get out unless I'm getting paid. Now, if I'm going to get paid to get out, I will. But if I'm not getting paid, I'm not going to get out in the morning time. Okay, it's 11:09. We got one more minute. Oh, have mercy. I'm gonna go get the bowl to serve this on. Okay, so it's 11:10. 5 minutes is about up. I just taste tested this and it's a little bit on the undercooked side. So I'm gonna let it cook another minute. Thing with this recipe here is going to be a whole lot of taste testing to get it right. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stir in some sharp cheddar cheese slices. I just cut these off of the block. And also I'm going to go ahead and stir in some bacon. Keep that all nice and mixed together. I don't see much bacon in here, so I'm going to add some more. Bacon is probably my most favorite meat to cook with. I think I put bacon in just about everything. I heard someone saying that they don't eat bacon. I was like, oh my goodness, that'd be awful. That'd be tragic. Okay, time for a taste test. My goodness, that's delicious. I think that's gonna be the last ingredient. That was sour cream, by the way. Put some sour cream in there. Just a little bit. Sour cream can be very strong ingredients. So you don't want to go crazy with it. Overpowering, I think is the word I was looking for. Okay. Let's see if you can turn around here with me. Look at this big mess. Can we? No, we can't have this without a big mess. Okay, we got shadows on it right now, but my plan is to move this stuff around to where there's no shadows. Doggone it, I messed up the bowl already. Bad. And this is how they served it to me at the restaurant. They had shredded cheese on top. We're gonna pretend that's shredded. I didn't want to mess up the shredder. And they also had bacon bits on top. Actually, that one's not dark. Better not put that in there. Okay, that looks pretty. Let me move all this stuff out of the way. So we get a nice shot of the grits with no shadow. Come on, you get out of the way. What's this, cheese? My goodness. Is that a pretty good one? That looks good to me. Okay, now for the fun part. I'm gonna mix it all in. And try it. That's it. That is so it right there. I got lucky that I got it right the first time. The only thing I didn't get right was I got the broth a little too strong. So instead of half of a cube, I would probably only do a fourth. Yeah, a fourth of a cube. Man. There's no grits like this. Well, besides at Mio Mayo's. These are the best grits in the world. Not that I've tried them all, but I've tried quite a few. That sharp cheddar cheese, that's where it's at. Time for the video to be over, but my goodness. Yeah, add more cheddar cheese to it because whenever you mix the hot and cold together, it's even better. Okay. I hope somebody someday will try one of my recipes. This one should be gluten-free. Yeah, This is gluten-free. It's not dairy-free because it's got cheese and sour cream in it. Okay, that's the end of the video. Bye then.